Welcome to day one of Vlogmas. So I'm actually getting ready for work right now. It's gonna be in a building all day, so I don't know if I should bring my coat. It feels cold out. I went and turned on my car. Hey Alexa, what's the weather?
The current weather is 36 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today, you can look for rainy weather with a high of 43 degrees and a low of 36 degrees.
Okay, I'm taking my coat and my hat just in case. So what is on the agenda for Vlogmas day one? I am, as you can see, on my way to work, and then later on in the day, I'm gonna be having a mommy and daughter date with our oldest child. We're gonna be going to get our nails done, and then we're going to see Beyonce. It is day one of Beyonce in theaters, the Renaissance tour in theaters. So yes, it's a school night, but we're going to see Beyonce because I just couldn't secure good enough tickets for Friday and Saturday. I know it's gonna be packed, so I'm like, why not just go on opening night? So that's what we're going to be getting into. Since majority of my day is going to be spent at work, I figure we do a little get to know me. I think that's like the perfect way to launch this Vlogmas on my page and my channel. Pretty much just a proper introduction into my life. I also celebrated my 3rd year on YouTube back in November. I've been doing YouTube on and off for the last 3 years. And this year I've been a little bit more consistent than I have been in the last 2. And I'm trying to build more of my consistency up going into 2024.
Wait a second. I think it is me that is getting in the way of my own goals. You are the architect of your own misfortune. Get back in the driver's seat and start to figure it out. All right?
Little pit stop. I realized that I barely have any gas. It's about to hit the red line. And since I do have some extra time, since I left so early and I was passing base, I'm like, why don't I just get some gas? Because gas is way cheap on base. And where I'm going, which is towards Seattle, I know the gas is way more expensive, so might as well get gas. So hi, my name is Janae. I am originally from the Bronx, New York. I moved away from home like almost 14 years ago. I think it's actually 14 years now I've moved away from home. I'm 34. I am married. I've been married for the last 13 years, and my husband and I have 2 girls. One is 12 and one is 3. So I am an Army veteran. I was active duty 11 years ago. That's why I left home in 2009 is when I went into the service. And that's also where I met my husband. We met in basic training, and he is still currently active duty. After my husband got promoted to E7, he just got presented with the opportunity, and we moved to the state of Washington. So now we will be here for 3 years. This will take us to 2026 and pretty much our last PCS, because my husband's only doing 20 years. He's at 14 years now. This will take us to 17 years, and then he'll spend the rest of his time at the last duty station, which we're hoping to get back to the East Coast. We're hoping to get back to either North Carolina or Virginia so we can like find our forever home and set our foundation down there. I just got to work and I still have about 10 more minutes to spare. As far as work and what I'm doing now, I have been working in the healthcare field for like almost 7 years now. I've started off as a CNA. I went to be a phlebotomist, an EMT, went to paramedic school, and then now I am an ER tech. And that's what I've been doing since last year when I was in Texas. And now that we're in Washington, I'm continuing on that journey. I'm actually going to be working in an off-campus ER, which means it's a standalone emergency room. So off-campus ER does everything that a regular ER does. It's just we're not attached to a hospital. We would have to ship our patients out to the nearest hospital if they need that. But it's supposed to take the stress off of the hospital's emergency rooms. It's we see a lot of patients, but it's a lot more chill than I am used to. So I like that. But I've been working in the healthcare field for a long time now. And what I have realized through my weight loss journey and working in healthcare is that I really do have a passion for helping people with their weight management, because a lot of the health issues we deal with is due to our weight. So I'm actually in school to become a registered dietitian. I graduated with my bachelor's from Fayetteville State University when we was in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I have my bachelor's in psychology, and now I'm going to be entering in a master's program to become a registered dietitian. It's going to take me about 2.5, 3 years to complete, and I actually start in January of 2024, so more of that to come. So like I mentioned earlier, I have been on YouTube for 3 years consistently. I started my channel, I think that was November of 2020. My wellness journey, my weight loss journey, fitness, nutrition, like all of that stuff, just taking y'all on that journey. Do a bit of hair, a little lifestyle, just all the things. Actually been on a weight loss journey for the past 12 years, and this year I have finally been successful with my weight loss journey because I had weight loss surgery, which I have plenty of videos talking about my weight loss surgery experience, my weight loss experience, like all of that stuff you can find on my channel. But I'm like currently in this transitionary period where I'm getting closer and closer to my goal weight, my goal body, my maintenance, or whatever you want to call it. I'm getting closer to that. And while fitness and nutrition is still going to be a part of my life, and I'll still be talking about weight management because I have to transition into that, I won't really be talking too much about weight loss because that won't be the phase that I'm in. So as I'm getting closer to maintenance, and also this year is ending, I have been thinking about what is it that I want to do with my channel? What else am I interested in talking about and sharing with you guys? I have a lot of followers on TikTok, and they have been riding with me along this journey, and I've softly started showing them some other things that I'm going to bring to YouTube, like, you know, my fashion, personal development, stuff like that, because that is the phase that I'm in right now. This is like a continuing journey for me, and what I realize is, though it started off as a weight loss journey, it has been more than that. It has been a personal development, self-love, glow up type journey, and it all like intertwines with each other. And so I want to start bringing that piece of it onto YouTube, because I feel like it's just more than weight loss. It's loving yourself so that you won't fall back into those old habits. So more to come for 2024. Now on our lunch break, and of course my camera's about to die, and I forgot all of the extra batteries in the house. Like I mentioned earlier, my camera died and I did not have any batteries. So I'm back home from work. Nails are done. We grabbed Domino's for dinner, and then we're gonna get ready to go see Beyonce. I don't even know what I was talking about earlier. I know I was in the middle of doing my get to know me, but the training today for work was good. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. It was 4 hours of PowerPoint, and then it was about 3 to 4 hours of hands-on tactical training where we actually learn different types of movements and self-defense stuff and ways you can, I guess, like secure a patient physically. That's covered under us. So it was a really good training. I actually really enjoyed it, especially the hands-on part of it. So I normally don't like my nails being a color. I really just like sticking with French, pink French with the white. But for the holidays, I try to do red. And with red, I try to find my perfect shade that match my skin tone, but that I like to actually visibly look at. So this is coming off really bright on screen. And it is pretty bright, but not like a candy apple red. I'll link the red that I have, because I actually buy my shade of red from Amazon, and I like to buy my pink shade that I like for my French off of Amazon as well. And I just bring it to the nail salon and just have them use my gel. So, and these are my natural nails as well. Dada's home. Dada's home. Hi, babe. Why you crying? She scared you?
No, she went into the
Is it better? Yeah. It's better?
Yeah.
OOTD to go see Beyonce. Shoes are Nike. Pants and sweater Old Navy. Vest is H&M.
Cheese.
Cheese, yes, cheese. Movie, Danny, since COVID. It's been more than 3 years. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, and this is our first movie, just you and I. Mommy daughter date, nails and Beyonce.
Hey everybody, we are in motion. We are standing by to fade out house music.
We just got back home from watching the Renaissance movie. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. Danny, what did you think about it?
It was really good.
It was really good. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
She was struggling. She was struggling a bit trying to stay up, you know. It's a long movie. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes. And so we just got home and it's 10:15 and we don't live that far from the theater. But it was so good. Like, I didn't go to the concert, but I saw a lot of it on TikTok, just like the rest of the world. But seeing it all be put together, because obviously you see her holding the camera and you see the different like visuals, so you know the camera people are doing something. So to see it after the fact and how they put it all together was so good. Oh my god, I enjoyed it so much. Like, there was a little bit of shade, you know, talking about when she mentioned the girls from Destiny's Child, and she's like, you know, the us 5 girls, and I immediately started laughing because, you know, damn well 6 of y'all for 2.5 seconds, but you tell your story. And then there was like a part, because the one thing I wish she did more of was like address the mute challenge, because I know she be on social media. I know she got a burner account somewhere. You can go to bed, babe. You can go to bed. I know she got a burner account. I know she was seeing like how big the mute challenge was being. So I wish she would have addressed that, because that is like as monumental as when she dropped that album digitally and it like broke records and all that stuff, because that was like a silent drop or whatever. So I wish she would have like talked about that impact a little bit more during the film, because there was like a lot of talking points, but it was like slightly not addressed, but like just slightly like mentioned when there's a part when she's talking about like oh, I know my beehive got me. And then Blue is singing like something, like she's singing a song and she's talking about like the killer bees. And then you see clips of the audience. But if you stayed on TikTok during this time when people was failing the mute challenge, then you know some of those scenes are from when people failed. She just obviously like cut out the audio, but you can tell by the people's reactions that it was because they was failing the mute challenge. And it was right after she said something about the killer bees. Like, you gotta watch it to put it together, to analyze it and get it together. But yeah, all in all, it was such a good movie. It was such a good movie. Go out and watch it. I'm glad they fixed the audio for Kendrick Lamar's part, because if you know, like, you know, his sound went out during his performance. She even addressed like that whole major sound going out thing. It was 10 10 10s across the board. It was so good. Crazy thing was, and you know, we live in the state of Washington. We live in Olympia, which is the capital of Washington. It's a very non-diverse area. And we were so excited. We thought, you know, I wanted to get the tickets for today, the opening show, which is Thursday the 30th. Because I thought this weekend was just going to be packed and we wasn't going to get good seats. And I bought these tickets like 2-3 weeks ago. And when we got there, we were the only two there. Like, we got there at 6:30 and 7 o'clock rolls around, which is when it started. And like 2 other people came in and we're like, is it just going to be us 4? Then a couple more people started creeping in, but it was not a packed audience at all. Like, I even went to try to rebook tickets or whatever, and I was looking to see who prepaid, and it was only like 17 seats. Like, it was like a dead theater. And even when I clicked through the different days for this opening weekend and the different like times and stuff, it was still pretty dead. So I can understand why the Seattle show failed the mute challenge, just because it wasn't enough of us there. But yeah, just an observation, you know, based off of the area that I now live in for the next couple of years. But we was gonna show out, and a lot of us stayed into the very end until the credits was done, and like we was applauding, and you know, it was a good time. It was a good time. So definitely watch the Renaissance movie. Go watch it. It's worth the $22, however much it costs. Go watch the movie. It was so good. I actually want to go see it again. It was so good. And I did not get up. I stayed in my seat the whole time to watch the movie. But that is going to conclude day 1 of Vlogmas. We have school and work tomorrow and it's already late. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.